right now, 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 right now. Oh, I got a real good feeling.
We try to bring you high-quality educational and informational content every single day. Why do you think the price is having such an anemic time? The news story of the hour. Jump onto the chart. Is this the beginning of a massive financial unraveling? We got to add a little addendum to the show map today, and so we start here on the daily. Now, we've been looking at the RSI on Bitcoin's daily chart for the last several days. It always has been, but it's been increasing over the last 50 years since the government has been bigger. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and welcome back to Coffee and Crypto Live. This is your weekly morning show where we bring you the latest in everything Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking about Bitcoin as always, but we're also going to be talking about some of your favorite altcoins because, my friends, we have a massive breakout on our hands. Right now, Solana is going through a huge rally, and over the course of just the last 24 hours, it has rallied up to $148.50, a 24-hour rally of 16%, leading us to the conclusion that we need to talk about this cryptocurrency. Many of you guys will already have had large positions in Solana. I have a large position in Solana. And today we're going to be talking about this price action chart, this market capitalization chart, the differences between the two. And I'm going to be giving you guys a warning that are invested in Solana. Now, I don't want to FUD you. I'm not here to tell you that you need to get out of your Solana necessarily. But there are some, I guess warnings are the best word. There are some warnings I need to give you in light of Solana to make sure that you make the most out of this movement. Let's go ahead and read some chat. Christina Orozco is in chat. You are awesome. Sean O'Brien, Marley 123rd, Pew Pew Poom 2 is in chat. Joe Bollier, Sweet Benabear 12 said, "Grand day, everyone." And Jeb, for some reason I thought of that in a British accent. I the Beholder said, "What diff?" Exactly. DJ Morales said, "Hi, Jeb. Good morning to you." Satchet321 in chat. Blaine O. Josh Denham. Alex Nybo. Philly Skills 1428. Mike Lowry. Vintage Excellence. Bitcoin Trini. Russell Wallace. Brian Hoskins. And CCG said, "God bless you, Jeb." Good morning to all of you. Really looking forward to jumping straight into the stream. Let's start with some disclosures. I am an investor in Solana. As far as I hold some Solana, I'm not invested in the foundation or anything. Of course, as you guys know, I never take any coin sponsorships. We've never done that. We have a very firm policy against that. I would sooner go broke than take a coin sponsorship, in the same way I would sooner die than neglect the gospel. There's just some things I'm absolutely categorically totally unwilling to do. One of them is taking a coin sponsorship. So you guys know that I'm always going to be level with you when it comes to investments. I really like Solana. I like the speed. I like the technology. I like the team behind it. Anatoly Yakovenko is a freaking genius. He spent a ton of time at some pretty big companies learning about interconnectivity, internet, building out ground level architecture. The Rust programming language is almost as one of the best programming languages in the entire game, with the amount of capacity that it has. The way that Solana is validated is great. There's a lot of great things about the Solana network. One of the biggest downsides is the fact that it is still technically experimental. You know, based on whether or not there's been an outage recently, we like to say, "Oh, well, it's still in beta. Oh, it's still, you know, it's still in testing." And then, but it's worth $75 billion. It's a pretty big test, if you ask me. But whenever it doesn't go out for a while, it's like, "Oh, yeah, it's on mainnet. Mainnet's live. Yeah, we're on mainnet." So I've got some gripes with Solana. The biggest and chief among them is that if it can go out, say it with me, shout it from the rooftops like Wisdom does. If it can go out, is it a blockchain? I love Solana. I'm a big fan of it. But the only way that I can get you out of the Securities and Exchange's argument that you are a security is by saying it's not a security because it's a blockchain. If it can go down, I have to ask the question, is it really a blockchain? Because last I checked, part of the definition of a blockchain is immutability. So while I am an investor in Solana, and I'm very excited to be, I do have my concerns in the direction of whether or not you can even classify it as a blockchain if it is able to go out. If it goes a year again without an outage, and then we start having some trust and track record that it's not going to go out, then that's different. But right now, I do have to give you my concerns that Solana, I have to call into question whether or not it should even be called a blockchain if it can go out. And that goes for AVAX too, with its outages. All right. Now, the most important thing that I want to talk about today is that there are still a lot of great reasons to invest in Solana. It is a consumer-focused cryptocurrency. It is built to build stuff on. It is such a good layer 1 protocol to build applications that end users are actually going to build. It is the entrepreneur's blockchain, if you want to call it that. And I am very excited about the fact that so many people are being so successful with it. The warning that I'm going to give you today, so that I don't FUD you and that you guys know straight up, is that if you're going to invest in Solana, you're running out of time. You don't want to invest too late in the season. If you invest too late in the season, then you're not going to give enough time for your seeds to grow. And by the time the snow comes, they're not going to be fully grown, and you just wasted your time and resources nurturing them because the snow is going to kill that crop. And if you buy into a cryptocurrency too late, then you increase the risk and lower the reward to the point where the risk to reward ratio just doesn't make much sense anymore. You get into a position where, okay, it might double from here, but there's a huge risk that it's already topped out. So it's no longer anywhere near as good of an investment. We are currently on our way out of the prime investment window for this bull market. Let me say that again. We are currently on our way out of the prime investment window for this bull market. And my warning to all of you guys that like Solana is that you are running out of time to get it at a good price. People made fun of me because I started really buying it aggressively around $80, and people are like, oh, I bought it at 15. Good for you. I love that. I waited a little bit longer, started buying it at $80. I'll actually check really quickly. My average cost basis on it, because I've been accruing a bunch since then, is $87. I've invested a considerable amount in it. I'm up over almost 70%, and I expect it'll be a lot more than that. So I'm very excited about my Solana position. Not a concern for me, but what I will say is that if we're going to be entering into Solana, now's the time. And I want to show you why. Over on CoinMarketCap, there are two different ways that you can look at the chart. I love that CoinMarketCap gives this toggle. You can look at the chart via price on a linear scale, and you can also switch it to log. You can look at the price via the price. You can look at Solana via the price on the linear scale, and you can look at it by market capitalization. And what you'll notice is these two charts look similar, but they look very different. This more recent rally looks significantly bigger on the market cap chart than on the price chart. And many of you guys that are newer into the cryptocurrency space are curious why that is. Pew Pew Poom 2 said, Fire Dancer will melt faces. I agree. It's a great project in a lot of ways. I just want the thing to stop freaking going down so I can actually call it a blockchain and I don't have to worry about the SEC coming after it. Because if it's going to go down, then I can't call it a blockchain with a ton of confidence, in which case I can't honestly argue against the Securities and Exchange's allegation that it's a security. Because if it can go down, then in my opinion, it falls into the realm of centralized technology. Because you have to have a centralized actor to boot the thing back up. By the way, you shouldn't have to reboot a blockchain. It's supposed to be immutable. So that is my biggest and my main gripe with Solana. But it's a big enough gripe that, to be honest with you, Solana would probably be 50% higher than it is right now if it weren't for that outage that we saw just recently. It'd probably be over $200 already. All right, so Solana's gone through a major rally, but the difference on the price and the market cap chart is astonishing. Reason for that is because there's an unlimited max supply. One of the other things I don't like about Solana is that it does have an unlimited max supply, which that's an oxymoron. In other words, it just does not have a maximum supply. It does have a total supply right now of 571 million, but the max supply is non-existent. There is no max supply. And part of the reason for that is that the validators, the people that actually run the nodes and secure the network, they are paid via new Solana. So whenever you run a market, let me use, by way of analogy, let me explain this. There are two ways that you pay taxes. Number one, you pay taxes. Number two, your currency gets inflated. You get to choose, if you're the government, how much of the taxation that you're going to apply on your citizenry is through direct taxation and through indirect taxation. Are you going to inflate the currency at 2 to 5% every single year, and then that be a way that you actually generate revenues for yourself? Now, they would never tell you that they do that, but that's exactly what they're doing. Or you can just say, here's your tax rate, pay this, here's a bill, boom, we collect money that way, as if a business would be collecting payment for services. And it makes sense. I don't think you're going to have a modern government without taxes. I'm not saying that taxes are an evil thing. I do think that they're too high, but I don't think that they're intrinsically an evil thing. Now, Solana's a little bit the same, and any cryptocurrency is a little bit the same when you have this distinction between fees and inflation. And you can go in one of two directions. Most cryptocurrencies go in both. Bitcoin only goes in one. And there are two different ways that you can pay the quote-unquote government of a blockchain. That is the miners and validators. They have to make money to be incentivized to do what they do, or else they wouldn't do it, and the whole society, if you will, would collapse. If the government, as much as I like to hate on the government, if the government disappeared tomorrow, we would have complete and total anarchy. Anarchy doesn't work. If you're an anarchist, I'm sorry, I'm not in your camp. That's a stupid philosophy. That being said, I do think the government is way too big. I'm saying this necessary, but I think it's way too big. So let's just be clear on that. Same thing with a cryptocurrency. You have to have some kind of governance. And the governance, part of the governance, are the actual miners. They're the validators. In other words, that's, the interstate highway system. It's like part of what the government does. They build roads, right? That's kind of important. No private company is going to turn a profit doing that, so the government does that. Same way, the validators and the miners in a proof-of-work ecosystem, they validate the nodes, ascribe new blocks onto the blockchain. They have to be paid some way. And in the same way the government can be paid by direct taxes, fees, they can also be paid in inflation. Now, this is where the analogy comes full circle. In Bitcoin, we are such a low inflationary cryptocurrency that most of the Bitcoin that has ever been released has already been released. So the miners already don't make the majority of their money off of block rewards, especially here in a couple of weeks when we have the Bitcoin halving event take place. The miners are not making the majority of their money off of the block rewards, which is 6.25 Bitcoin right now. They're making the majority of their money, especially with the transaction volumes we're dealing with right now, they're making the majority of their money off of fees. Have you ever realized that fees and taxes are basically the same thing? All right, so the way that Solana goes here, and this is going to tie into why you need to buy it now, if you're going to. The way that Solana works is that the validators are getting a lot more of their profit from new cryptocurrencies from new tokens being distributed than they are from fees. The reason that Solana's fees, in other words, are so low is because the validators are paid via inflationary mechanisms. In the same way that a government can collect revenues through inflation or through taxes, a cryptocurrency's validators and miners can collect fees through the form of direct fees that you pay on transactions, or through inflationary mechanisms where you're adding new cryptocurrency into the ecosystem. Solana is quite inflationary. As you can see, that's why we are currently at a $63 billion market capitalization. A $65 billion market capitalization at $146. Well, the last time we were at a $60 billion market capitalization, Solana was sitting at $209. In other words, we've gone through about 25% inflation in the last 2 years. That's not very good. And so these are my two concerns with Solana and why I really think that it's going to do very well this bull market, but in the long run, I'm actually a bigger fan of Cardano. Solana is extremely inflationary, and it is likely going to go back to all-time high, but the problem is it might not break all-time high. I think it will, but it might, I think it will, but I think it's going to have a harder time breaking all-time high than you think it will. All-time high was $260, but market cap was $78 billion. Solana is going to be at $170, not $260, and it's going to be at all-time high on market capitalization. In other words, we are a lot closer to all-time high on Solana than you think we are, because you need to look at the market capitalization chart, because market capitalization includes price and supply. It includes the inflation. Solana, in other words, even though it may be almost half of the way back to price action all-time high, because of all of the inflation that's occurred, it's actually very close to all-time high. This is the warning that I want to give you today. If you are going to invest in Solana, we are already within a spitting distance of all-time high. We're very close to it. $10 billion away. We're already at 65, all-time high $75 billion. So if we are going to go into Solana, now's the time. That being said, my price target for Solana by the end of this bull market has been and still is $600 to $800. I'm not saying that it is too late to get into it. I'm saying that we're getting out of the best investment window, to be clear. Now, I've dunked on Solana quite a bit. I still think it's a great project. It's got a huge user base. It's got a great TVL, a lot of great big projects building out on it. Fire Dancer is going to absolutely annihilate some of the competition for a short time until they can catch up, because they will. But Fire Dancer is going to give them a huge competitive advantage in this bull market. There's a ton of development going out. The phone that they're putting out has just completely, just light years blasted past what they did in the last bull market, the Saga 1. The new phone coming out, they've got so many pre-orders. So Solana's a great project. All right, I just want to be very clear on that. But The warning I'm giving you today is that if you're going to get into it, now's the time to get into it. $146 is getting to be a pretty high average cost basis. So if you start now and you dollar cost average for the next 3 months, your average cost basis is probably going to be like $200 at least, because I wouldn't be surprised if it's at $200, $260 all-time high within just the next few months, even on price, even though we've had all that inflation. So $250 average cost basis. If it tops out at 500, that's only a 2x. You see my point? I want you to get a 5 to 10x, but the window for being able to get a 5 to 10x in the big caps is starting to close. So make sure that you're making your investments in your dollar cost averaging if you are going to. All right. Let's go ahead and read some chat. Vintage Excellence said, you don't buy Litecoin, you desperately hold it hoping it'll go up because you bought it years ago. Yeah, there's a degree of truth to that. Guys, if you were enjoying today's stream, make sure to hit that like button, and let's see if we can't get up to 150 likes. I really appreciate all of you tuning in. Again, I'm not hating on Solana. I am an investor in Solana. It's one of my biggest altcoin positions. I just want to make sure that you guys understand that your window of opportunity on Solana is starting to get a lot narrower than it was. It was a much better buy at $80 than it is $147, but $147 is still a much better buy than $220. So go ahead and jump on into it if you're going to. All right. Someone said, why would anybody buy Litecoin? Yes, I definitely would recommend avoiding Litecoin. I'm really sorry. It could go through a rally. It probably will. Everything's going to get caught up in the rally. But yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to move on here to some Bitcoin, but I do want to let you guys know that there is a promotion going on right now. I'm going to flash it up on screen. Bloffin right now is running an awesome promotion where if you trade and deposit, you are going to make free money. That's what I like to do on this channel, is show you guys how to get free money. Here's some free money. It's up on screen right now. If you deposit $500 on Bloffin using our link, only our link, you can't sign up anywhere else and get this. It's only with our link, which you can find in the description box down below. If you sign up with our link and deposit $500, you're going to get $25. If you deposit $1,000, you're going to get $50. If you deposit $5,000, you're going to get a $110 bonus for free. Free money. Free money. Deposit it. If you don't even like Bloffin, deposit it, get the money, cash it out. Go for it. Why not? It's a great exchange. I think you'll stay there, but even if you don't, it's free money. Deposit $10,000, get a $500 bonus. That's 5%. In like 10 minutes. You just made 5% on your money in 10 minutes. How hard was that? Sign up for Bloffin, deposit 10 grand, get $500, pull your 10.5 out if you don't like the exchange. I think it's an awesome exchange, but if you choose not to, get $500. Deposit $15,000, get $750. Deposit $20K, get a $1,000 bonus. If you're a trader and you actually do trade on Bloffin, which I recommend doing, it's a great exchange. If you trade $500,000 in aggregate volume, you're going to get a $50 bonus. If you trade $1 million in aggregate volume, you're going to get a $100 bonus. If you trade $5 million, you're going to get $500 bonus. If you trade $10 million, you're going to get a $1,100 bonus. If you trade $25 million, you're going to get a $2,500 bonus. So you can get up to $3,500 for free by signing up and using Bloffin. If you deposit $20,000, you get $1,000. If you trade $25 million, sounds like a lot, but it's doable, especially if you're an expert leverage trader, which I know some of you guys are. That's $2,500 for free. Add them together, that's $3,500 free dollars. So sign up for Bloffin with the link in the description box down below. Go get yourself some free money. And by the way, it's an awesome exchange. It's non-KYC. It does have Fireblocks as their official custodian. They've got all the proof and everything. So they are basically the Fort Knox of cryptocurrency. They've got copy trading. They've got all kinds of earn program. They've got staking. They've got 150x leverage. Please don't use 150x leverage. But 3, 5, 10x if you're going to use leverage. Be careful with it, but Bloffin is a great place to do so over in the futures area. They've got over 300 over 300 spot markets to choose from, and they're even a fiat to cryptocurrency gateway. Everything you need in one house, so make sure to sign up down below. Let's read some chat, and then we're going to not wrap it out. We're going to go on to talking about Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency market. Silent said, yay, my soul. Actually, a lot of stuff is up again today. Yes, it's good. How are the fees in Bloffin? Yeah, so there is a part of the website where they're going to break down the fees. Absolutely. I'd have to figure out where that is. I think I have it right here. I know the fee schedule. Here's the fee schedule. I believe in being very open and transparent. So I'm going to tell you, it is bloffin.com/fees. You can go see the fee schedule right here. Boom. Obviously, if you trade more, then you get a discount on fees. I think they're pretty reasonable. Not bad. 0.1 maker taker. If you're doing more volume than that and you're up in the VIP area, it goes down dramatically. If you're doing over $1 million in volume, it drops massively. Jumps off a cliff. There you go. There are your fees. Your fees drop dramatically if you're doing quite a lot of like some very high volume trading. All right, cool. All right, let's go ahead and read some chat. Hey, it's Tom Crown. What up, dude? Is that what Tom Crown said? Shout out to Tom Crown. He's probably at 100K now. By the way, oh, speaking of which, I got to mention this before we go on. Our channel just hit an all-time high on subscribers. We just hit 230,000 subscribers. Back in June of 2022, we hit an all-time high of 229,816 subscribers. And we've been running back towards that for a while because YouTube unsubscribed like 10,000 of you guys during the bear market because nobody was watching crypto. And so everybody was losing subscribers. We've blasted past that. And very, very excited about that. All right, let's keep moving on here, guys. We've got a lot to talk about. We talked about Solana now to kind of kick off the stream, but let's talk about some of the other cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin's currently trading at $67,000. Our prediction is that we will be blasting above all-time high at on March the 25th. Tom Crown in chat, giving the prayer, the peace, and the heart. So shout out to Tom Crown. Go subscribe to him. He'll be getting his very own silver play button before you know it. Ethereum is up 1.31% in the last 24 hours, almost to $4,000. Ethereum is another cryptocurrency that if you're going to get into, now's the time. It's not quite as inflationary as Solana. Not even close, actually. There's a lot more fees, which keeps the inflation a lot lower, which makes it a good investor coin. Solana is designed to be more of a user coin than an investor coin. So it's okay for Solana, in their opinion, to have more inflation because the point of it is not to go and make a buttload of money on the investment side. The point of it is to keep the fees low because they want to grow the user base. That's part of the reason their user base is so high is because their fees are so low. But the trade-off there is that they have higher inflation. Ethereum has higher fees but lower inflation. There's again, like I said, there's the trade-off between inflation and fees. Ethereum has gone much more in the direction of lower inflation, higher fees. So the market cap and the price action chart look much, much similar this time around. So Ethereum sitting at $3,800. All-time high is basically the same on price and on the market capitalization because there is very low inflation on Ethereum. So it's in a position where if you're going to load up, now's your time. XRP's up 5%. Cardano's up 3.71%. A lot of cryptocurrencies are actually taking a dive over the last few days because when Bitcoin hit all-time high, that kind of shook a lot of people. A lot of people said, all right, now's our first time to take profits. And so they're taking profits right now. That won't continue. They're going to continue to invest. Many people are sitting here waiting to see if Bitcoin's going to break all-time high. Newsflash, it will. We actually already have broken all-time high. We set a new high, and we're well into all-time high territory on market cap. All-time high market cap for Bitcoin before was 1.27. Now we're at 1.31. So we're trading above market cap all-time high. And before you know it, we'll be sitting here breaking above price action all-time high. Just for kicks and giggles, we said March 25th, but my actual prediction is sometime within the next 4 weeks, we will be smashing straight through the ceiling at $69,000. So make sure to stay tuned for that. All right. Let's go ahead and look at down coin market cap a little bit more. Polygon up 8.33%. Really excited about Polygon. Uniswap taking a bit of a correction down to around 15 bucks. Guys, Uniswap is going to absolutely kill it this bull market. Really excited about Uniswap. My average entry on that is around $6. It's up at 15 now. Very happy about that. Bcash going through a big rally. Avoid it like the plague. Avoid it like the plague. Chance said with a VPN you can use any exchange. By the way, we are also sponsored by NordVPN. So I'm not going to tell you to use NordVPN to get on Bloffin or on any other exchange. But what I will say is that if you turn your VPN on while you are using your exchange, then you will be much safer from hackers. And you will be much safer from prying eyes. Shall I say it that way? Can you read between the lines there? I'm not going to tell you to turn a VPN on to use an exchange that you are not in the right country for. But I will say having a VPN on to protect yourself while you are on the exchange is a mighty fine idea. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Link for both of those is down below. All right. Near Protocol is up 19% in the last 24 hours. Also very excited about Near Protocol. Been dollar cost averaging into it. Been making investments in Near Protocol. Pretty excited about it. Cosmos is up a lot. Very excited about Cosmos. I bought a little bit of Render. And I'm really pumped about that because Render's up 20% over the last 24 hours. I bought it like, if you look at the chart down here, I bought it like right here. In fact, let me go to my coin. Let's go over here and see where, go over here and see what my entry was on Render. Because I read into it, I was like, you know what? This sounds like a really good idea. I like this idea. Let me see. Wow, look at that. I'm already up 25% on it. That's pretty cool. My average entry for render was $7.31. It's already at $9.31. Let's see. There was another cryptocurrency I added to my portfolio that I didn't have before. It was, yeah, bought some immutable. Start building a position in immutable X. For some, yeah, okay. Let's see. Yep. The graph, up a lot on graph. Bitcoin, obviously, I'm up a lot on Bitcoin. Aave, I've been buying some Aave, some Arbitrum. Near Protocol, I'm up a lot. I've doubled my investment on Near Protocol, actually. Near Protocol, my average entry is $2.88. It's trading at $5.48. So that's very exciting. The graph, somebody asked about the graph. I believe I have some graph. Yes, I do. I am up almost 100% on my investment in graph. It's at 35 cents. My average cost basis is 18 cents. So another cent higher, and that will be a double. Yeah, I can see it here. I'm up 95% on graph. So very excited about our altcoin position, guys. Some big gainers, some big losers. Right now, we are up about, have to run the numbers in my head, but about 55% overall on the portfolio. There's almost nothing in our portfolio that has lost value. Just about everything has gained money. Yes, I have 2 positions that have actually lost, and one of them I bought like yesterday, so that makes sense. And one of them is Bonk, which I've lost. I put $50 into Bonk. It's down 90 cents. So overall, our portfolio has lost a grand total of $1.51. And literally, that's only 2 positions of 20, and all of the other ones are up between 50 and 100% since we made them. All right. And I believe many of those are going to rally a couple 100% more. I'm finding it very difficult to exit the market and take profits at the moment. Prefer bear market. Haha. Yeah, I'm not taking profits yet. It's getting closer though. It's getting closer. Guys, this bull market is just getting started. There's going to be months and months and months of bull market territory. I'm not selling on these projects that have gone to their all-time high until they hit all-time high. I'm just not. I might make a slight exception to that, but I don't think I'm going to make much of an exception to that. All right, let's take a look at the Solana chart, though, and actually look at the technicals. Guys, let's read our very own technical indicator. If you guys didn't know, we are also sponsored. Well, we're not sponsored, but we're affiliated with Lux Algo. And we've been doing business with Lux Algo for a very long time. I've been using Lux Algo for a very long time. And Sean and I actually created, with their lead developer, his name's Alex. The dude is an absolute master craftsman of technical indicators. This guy is a legendary technical indicator. He's literally the best in the business. His name's Alex. Shout out to Alex. He's behind the scenes working on leading the development team, programming the Lux Algo indicators. Dude's an absolute legend. He personally created the Crypto Jeb Oscillator. This indicator was created by the #1 technical indicator creator in the entire world. That's saying something, and it has our own name on it. It's the Crypto Jeb Oscillator. You can get it by going to luxalgo.com/Jeb and signing up under our link. But if we take a look at CJO, we're going to see that Solana is gaining a lot of bullish momentum here. Sorry, I'm on the wrong chart. We're gaining a lot of bullish momentum here. You can see that we have this line right here that represents the overall strength of the bulls. The bulls are in charge, so we measure the strength of the bulls. And the acceleration, this is called the bullish acceleration right here. The bullish acceleration is accelerating. So we are accelerating, and the rate of acceleration is accelerating. So in other words, the bullish momentum is increasing at a parabolic rate on Solana, and you can see that the bullish strength, which is what this line represents, is at nearly a cycle high. We were a little bit stronger than that back here, but of course Solana was absolutely pile driving to the upside, rallied 600%. Right now, Solana has rallied dramatically, and that bullish strength is coming in very, very strong. We made a prediction with the Crypto Jeb Oscillator in mind a few weeks ago that this kind of smiley face, somebody called it a Cheshire cat pattern. This pattern we used to make a prediction that Solana would rally up to $166. As of today, Solana is making that movement. It is currently at $145, and I have some very exciting news from the technical front. If we look at Solana, it has broken the 0.786 Fibonacci level on logarithmic chart. The logarithmic chart, 0.786, is at $123. Solana broke that a few days ago, came back tested it, bounced off of it, and we are now breaking well above previous cycle highs that was set on Christmas at $125. Solana is now using that level as support, so Solana is likely gearing up for its next run to the upside. That is the technical reason why I believe that if you're going to make an investment in Solana, now is your time to do it. Now, if we switch onto the regular chart, you're going to see that we are currently breaking above the 0.5 Fibonacci level, which sits at $132. So we're breaking Fibonacci there as well. Our next stop, in my opinion, on Solana will be between $163 and $171, which is our golden pocket on the linear chart for the Solana market. I believe that you're going to see a breakout continue up to this level of between $163 to $171 over the course of the next couple of weeks, maybe even sooner than that. We could be there tomorrow, to be honest with you. And from there, Solana will more than likely begin a run back towards all-time high. Something else to mention is that when Solana hits this Fibonacci golden pocket right here, we are going to see that Solana will be at market cap all-time high, which, by the way, should show you how inflationary Solana is. I know the Solana defenders in chat are not going to want to hear it, but the fact of the matter is Solana has seen almost 25% inflation over the course of the last 2 years. That's a more than 12% inflation a year. Remember, one of the reasons that you're getting away from traditional markets, guys, is because of 2 to 5% inflation on the dollar. Solana is more inflationary than the dollar, and I would not be doing my job if I didn't inform you about that. That being said, I still think that it is going to massively outpace its own inflation over the course of the next couple of months, and it's going to bring about huge returns. But before you try and hold it as a long-term position, just understand that it is a remarkably inflationary cryptocurrency to be in the top 10. All right. Not to hate on Solana, you just do need to know that, and its outages are 2 of its biggest weaknesses. Now, again, as I said, the fact that it's so inflationary keeps fees low, which helps it to grow and have a much larger user base. So in the long run, we'll see what ends up panning out in the best regard. Now, I do want to mention Cardano a little bit because Cardano does not have either one of those problems. It is not very inflationary. 78% of the max supply, because there is a max supply of 45 million, has been released. 78% of that supply has been released. And Cardano will likely go to well over $10 as a result of that. It also has quite low fees, and it has never had an outage. So Cardano beats Solana on those 2 regards. The issue is, of course, Solana has a vastly larger user base and is much farther along on its layer 2 build out. So Cardano and Solana, those are kind of their versus. People like those versus videos, right? Cardano has much less of a community built around it yet, although it's coming, but it is non-inflationary and it has never had outages. So those are your 2. It is inflationary, but it has a maximum supply just as similar as Bitcoin. Something I want you to keep in mind on Cardano is that its total supply is actually only twice as much. Sorry, excuse me. Its maximum supply is only 36 billion. I said 36 million. I'm sorry. 36 billion. Its max supply is 45 billion. It's very close there. Just keep that in mind. I'm invested heavily in Solana and Cardano. They're my 2 largest medium cap positions by a long shot, followed by Uniswap and Polkadot. And Vechain. By the way, Vechain I'm really excited for. Vechain is going to melt faces in the next little while. Vechain is going to absolutely go bonkers. Anyway, let's go ahead and read some chat. Really appreciate everything that you guys are doing. TA is utterly pointless at this phase of the cycle. I wouldn't say it's pointless. I would say that there's a lot more to look at right now. And the most important thing is that we are making wise investments. Thoughts on Chainlink? I think Chainlink is an awesome project. I have a large position in Chainlink, and I believe it is one of those cryptocurrencies that has positioned itself in kind of the essential role, essential worker places. There's a lot of things running in the cryptocurrency space that cannot work. Without Chainlink. Chainlink has become a foundational and intrinsic part of the cryptocurrency community, and therefore I think it has entrenched itself and makes a great long-term pick. I am tempted to hold some of my Chainlink forever, not just the duration of this bull market. But we shall see. I haven't completely decided exactly what we're going to do in that direction. Once we get there, I will know a lot more. One thing I also want to mention, guys, is that well, like I already said, you've only got so much time to get into the cryptocurrency space now. There's so much market movement that is going to come, but a lot of it's already happened. Tom Skog, I'm going to say Skog, said, why is Cardano not moving? And Mario said, why is Cardano not moving? Well, I actually made a video on that went out the day before yesterday. I would recommend going back and watching that, and I'm going to show you in that video why Cardano has not moved yet and why Cardano is going to have a huge movement. I think Cardano is going to rally right back to all-time high. I could be totally wrong on that, but I think Cardano is going to rally right back to all-time high, and it's going to do very well for itself in this bull market. I think we're still in the very early stages, though. So we'll see what happens. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I apologize. But I think that it is going to rally back to all-time high, and I think it's going to do very well for itself. Can you tell us how you personally will off-ramp when you sell and take profits? Which exchange will you take it through? PayPal, and And then will you take it through PayPal and into your bank? Well, I don't want to get into the exact specifics of how I'm going to do that stuff for security purposes, but what I will say is that the purpose of the method by which I will be selling is I will be turning my investment strategy around and turning it into a divestment strategy, which essentially means right now I invest a certain amount every week at a certain time on a certain exchange into a certain portfolio. And when we get to the point where we start to take profits, I will go down by cryptocurrency and say, this one's past all-time high. I'm going to start selling probably 1% as a base of the position each week. And then if I really start thinking, all right, man, this thing's starting to get a little bit crazy, I'm going to start taking 2% out every week. And then I'm going to start taking 3% out every week. And then I'm going to start taking 4% out every week. And the closer it gets to all-time high, the faster I will start taking portions of the cryptocurrency out, because at the end of the day, to start with, I'm probably not even going to be touching the principal at all. I'm probably only going to be taking the gains. If I take 1% out in a week and it rallies 10%, then it still rallied 9%. So the position continues to grow, but then I will start increasing the withdrawal rate probably by 1% a week if I think it needs it. Until it gets to 10, 15, 20% of the position, and then you'll just drain the whole position in the span of a couple of weeks. And my intention would be to do that as close to the all-time high as I possibly can. But I start taking profits early to cover the entry. And following our principles to lower and to mitigate the risk profile as much as I possibly can, even if it comes at the expense of a few perfect gains. I'm much more interested in getting good confidently, a good confident exit, than getting a perfect but much less confident exit. It's much more important to me to get a good exit with a lot of confidence than it is to get the perfect exit but potentially miss it. I do coaching calls with you guys almost every single day. A lot of you guys have signed up for those, and there are several of you guys that say you made a bunch of money in 2020 and 2021, but you didn't sell it. And so it was paper gains that never got realized, and so you ended up seeing a huge net worth for a little while, but you never took the profits. And I don't want to do that this bull market. I don't want you guys to do that. So if I start selling a position, I will tell you. I am not selling anything yet. I'm still in the position of purchasing and buying, probably for at least the next month. To ask why ADA isn't moving, somehow someone didn't buy in at 24 cents. Yeah, let's just real quick compare the charts here. I want to give some perspective on that, because not a dumb question, but there is some perspective that we've got to have. Here's the Solana chart. Here's the Solana chart. Here's the ADA chart. The reason that you think Cardano isn't moving is because it just hasn't gone through the next phase of its cycle yet. Solana is currently in this third impulse wave. It had a one impulse wave, a second impulse wave, and a third impulse wave. Now, granted, it went through a much larger rally than Cardano did, 500%, whereas Cardano went through a rally to this high of about 230%. But you also got to realize Solana got knocked out by FTX. It got absolutely eviscerated by FTX because it got caught up in a bunch of stuff that wasn't really its fault. It dropped 70%, so it started a lot lower, which meant that it was able to rally from $20 instead of from $28. So yeah, it rallied 500%, but if it had have rallied from where it would have been if not for the FTX debacle, it probably would have been rallying from like 36 bucks, and it would have only rallied 250% as well. Solana looks like it's gone through bigger rallies, one, because it's further along in its cycle. It's in its third impulse wave, whereas Cardano has not really started into its third impulse wave yet. And it had a much lower start. If not for the FTX nonsense, Solana probably would have started this bull market at like 38 bucks. From there, it's only up 290%. ADA, from its bottom, is up 220%. So it's not exactly an apples-to-apples comparison, but if you try and kind of squint and cock your head and try and make it into an apples-to-apples comparison, you can see that Cardano's a little bit behind Solana, but it's not as far behind Solana as you think. You got to remember that Solana had that massive nosedive because of what happened with FTX. That's why we got to keep that. We've got to have some historical analysis in mind and really understand the way the market's moving. Cardano's going to get there. I'm very excited about it. All right, let's read some more chat. Any coin you think is going to explode like Pepe? I do think that the altcoins the meme coins are going to do very well, and actually, pretty excited about the meme coins. I am up on my SHIB, which is pretty funny. I bought in at 5.097. It's currently at 4.034, so I am up 200% on my SHIB that I bought. I think I bought this like a week ago, and it's already tripled. When did I buy this? I bought my first position in SHIB December 7th. Yep. I bought 10 million. Yep, December 7th. And then I bought some more at that price. Yeah, on December 13th. So that SHIB is up 300%. 200%. Pretty excited about that. The Dogecoin, I do have some Dogecoin. It's not up as much because it had that big rally and it kind of came back down. But for a little while there, I was up double on Dogecoin. My average price, my average cost basis is 11 cents. Pepe, I don't think I bought any Pepe. Yeah, didn't buy any Pepe. I might, but I think there's more room to run on the meme coins. I think a lot of the meme coins are going to go. I think a lot of the meme coins are going to still go into big rallies. One of the coins I just really want to point out to you guys is Vechain. Vechain is a sleeper, guys. This thing's going to go parabolic. It's got basically no inflation left. It's another one of those cryptocurrencies that's an investor's pick. Max supply, 86 million, 72 million are already out there. They just did a rebrand. That shows you that the team is confident in the project, that they're willing to invest probably over $1 million at least into the rebrand. It takes a lot of money to rebrand. Even if it's just a brand refresh, it's expensive as hell. So you can see it's not even close to market cap all-time high. It's continuing to grow. All-time high on market cap is 16 billion. Right now it's at 3.4 billion. If you don't have Vechain, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not going to force you to buy it. I'm not even going to necessarily tell you to buy it, but I will certainly tell you to consider buying it. I'm very excited to have a large Vechain position, and I think it is going to absolutely explode. Yeah. Did I say 72 million? I meant to say 72 billion. Apologies. Yes, 72 billion. I always get that backwards. Yes, 72 billion, not 72 million. But yeah, the price all-time high is up here at 25 cents. I think Vechain will certainly go back to a quarter. I'd say 5x from where it is right now. Pretty big returns. All right, let's read a little bit of chat, and then we're going to wrap it out. What does the Lux Algo indicator say for Bitcoin at CryptoJeb? Of course, yes. Guys, if you haven't gotten Lux Algo, sign up for Lux Algo. You're missing out. First of all, the CryptoJeb oscillator, which is our personal oscillator that was created by the lead technical indicator, master indicator developer, Alex, over at Lux Algo, created our very own technical indicator for us. And we are basically the most bullish that Bitcoin has ever been in the history of the market, according to our own CryptoJeb oscillator that you can get exclusively through our link. We are extremely high, about 7,000 on bullishness. Lux Algo's mainline indicator says on Bitcoin that we are in the take profit zone right now. It is not updated yet. The top of the take profit 2, is at 68,920. If we move up and break 70, it's probably going to put a take profit up towards 85. Maybe 75 to 80, but probably between $75 and $85,000 will be its next prediction. Out on the weekly chart, we are confidently in bullish territory, and we're in the take profit zone there as well. And on the monthly chart, typically Lux Algo doesn't put take profits on the monthly chart just because it's such a long-term indicator, but we're bullish on everything. On the daily chart, we're at the highest level that we've ever seen bullishness at on the CryptoJeb oscillator, which is a part of Lux Algo. They work hand in hand. On the weekly chart, same deal. We're almost at the all-time high. By the way, there was a bearish signal right here that would have flashed back at the very top of the bear market that would have called the whole bear market. So back testing for the win. CryptoJeb oscillator is awesome. I'm not just calling it out because it's got my name on it. In fact, I'm not doing it for that reason at all. I'm bragging on the people at Lux Algo that took my idea and made it into an indicator because it's freaking dope. If you want it, go to luxalgo.com/Jeb. But Lux Algo and CryptoJeb oscillator are both saying Bitcoin is ridiculously bullish, and there's probably a lot more to come. All right. By the way, guys, like I said, I do want to mention that today's stream is brought to you in part by NordVPN. If you guys have not signed up for NordVPN, you're missing out on industry-leading security architecture and virtual private network technology that is going to keep you safe while you browse online. And hint, hint, if you sign up for NordVPN and you turn it on while you're on exchange, that's going to give you all kinds of different benefits. Like not getting hacked. It's going to protect you from hackers because it's going to shield your IP address. Now, if you do like the LifeLock CEO guy and you put your password out there on national television, you're still going to get hacked. So don't be stupid. I'm not saying it's a pass to be stupid, but it is going to help you stay secure while you browse online, and it will help you with certain exchanges. I'll just kind of put that out there and let you read between the lines. If you sign up for Bloffin and you sign up for NordVPN, you're going to have a match made in heaven. Both of them are great products, and you are going to be very glad that you did. And if you just tuned in, don't forget that that Bloffin has a campaign going on. You can pause and read it right now, but basically, you can get up to $3,500 completely for free through March 14th. So sign up for Bloffin with the link in the description box down below. Only through our link will you be getting access to this campaign. Even if you only got $500 to deposit, you can still get $25 for free. That's an easy 5% return. No biggie at all. Make sure to sign up with the link down below. All right. Let's read some chat, and then we're going to wrap it out because it's currently time to wrap it. Yeah, we can see Fat Jeb. I'm fat? I'm fat? Just kidding. I don't care. Coinbase, worst customer service ever. Yeah, I love Coinbase, but I tell you what, that is one place I got to work on. I actually got through to Coinbase customer service, and they were very helpful when I needed them recently. But in general, it's pretty hard to get in touch with them. Pretty hard. I will definitely hold that as an area that Coinbase needs to improve. Shadrack Frost said, folks, please smash the like button right away. It takes a second and really helps the channel. It takes a second and really helps the channel. Give us back the love and support that Jeb brings to us on a daily basis. Thank you, friends. DJ Morales said, Jeb of the Hutt. Gotten that one before. I hope I'm not a Hutt, man. I used to eat a Pizookie every night. I was looking like Jeb of the Hutt. I was Jeb of the Hutt at 185. Now I'm Jeb of the Hutt at 161. I'm a lot happier about that. Pew Pew Poom 2 said, I'm not that mean. He meant to say fat. Ah, I got you. Yeah, so Fet. Jeb, look at Fet. Fetch.ai. Wow, this is an up-and-comer. This one's got just absolutely exploded lately. Holy cow. Good night, sweet prince. All right, so it's rallied from $172 million in market cap to $2 billion in market cap. First thing I'm going to say here is, unless I have a really good reason, I ain't buying this right now because I don't buy things that have just 10x'd. That being said, if you bought it 4 months ago, you're sitting pretty. You're very happy right now. Pew Pew Poom 2 is pretty good at picking the small cap, so if he mentions something in chat, not a bad idea to look into it. Not a bad idea to look into it. That's kind of his specialty. Let's look at the website. It's an AI cryptocurrency. Build, deploy, and monetize AI services. Okay, yep, that makes sense. Yeah, if they're the leader in that, then yeah, I understand why they're worth $2 billion. Open platform for the new AI economy. Transforming your legacy systems to be AI ready without changing your existing APIs. Make your services discoverable on the Fetch.ai platform with the first open network for AI agents. Platform to connect multiple integrations to create new services. Skyscanner, Discord, OpenAI, Yahoo Finance, Slack, WhatsApp, Google Calendar. Interesting. Okay. That's on Coinbase. I think I'm going to buy some of that. Might even do it live. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm really tempted to buy some. I'm really tempted. That's a pretty good sales proposition if they're actually doing that. If that's actually what they're doing and they're actually succeeding with that, I'm kind of tempted to get some. I'm going to look into it more. I'm going to look into that more. All right. Jeb the Goat. Thank you very much. All right. You really think the bull cycle will still run into 2025? I do, but I think it'll be running out of steam at that point. I think the majority of the bull market is going to take place in 2024, which has definitely moved up because we didn't expect it to go quickly, go that far that quickly. But I think that we will see it have a rally like that. Yeah. All right, guys, we are going to wrap it out. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's stream. Please remember that you're starting to run out of time to get your best entries. I hope that you guys are enjoying today's stream. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Stay tuned. We got more content coming out later on today. And also make sure to sign up for NordVPN and Bloffin. You can find the links down below. Also sign up for LuxAlgo. You go to luxalgo.com/Jeb. You get 20% off and access to the Crypto Jeb Oscillator that is my brainchild. It was created by the LuxAlgo team. I came up with it. They developed it. Great partnership there. Really loving LuxAlgo and everything that they stand for. So check out those guys down below. And as I said, let's continue pushing towards FinSov, and let's make some money, change some lives in this bull market. That's going to wrap it out for today. Before I go, though, guys, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good